At this time, it's my pleasure to honor a very special and significant person in Stafford County, Mr. Tim Baroody. Would you please come up here? As many of you know, Tim is leaving us to become the city manager of Fredericksburg. It's great news for the city. We will miss Tim and his leadership greatly. There's a couple of key points we wanted to make sure that the community knows. One of the board's top priorities is economic development. And that's not really just about jobs and new businesses. It's about revenue for the county, services that we provide, developing technology, new educational opportunities, and boosting tourism. Tim has understood this, and his hard work has paid off. Stafford has more than 42,000 jobs and more than 2,600 businesses in the county. He overhauled our blueprint for future economic development by helping to craft an economic development strategic plan. His efforts greatly contributed to Stafford being a Commonwealth leader in job and business growth by percentage of growth and having an unemployment rate that consistently ranked below the national, state, and region for the past decade. Tim, we thank you for all of your efforts on behalf of the county, and it's my privilege to read this proclamation to you. Whereas Mr. Baroody joined Stafford County in 2003 as the Director of Economic Development and Legislative Affairs, and whereas on January 1, 2008, Mr. Baroody was promoted to Deputy County Administrator while continuing to serve as the Director of Economic Development. And whereas Mr. Baroody's primary areas of responsibility have been in economic development, tourism, legislative affairs, matters related to Marine Corps Base Quantico, including the joint land use study and staffing the Quantico Regional Executive Steering Committee, and oversight of the Departments of Parks, Recreation, and Community Facilities, as well as information technology. Whereas Mr. Baroody's tenure with the county, the number of businesses in the county increased from 1,630 to 25,091. And during the same period, from 2003 to 2015, employment numbers grew from 26,000 to 42,000. And whereas the totality of Mr. Baroody's work in his primary areas greatly contributed to Stafford County receiving a AAA bond rating from Standard & Poor's, and whereas Mr. Baroody was effective in pursuing the softer side of economic development, which is community building, including Stafford Hospital, Germanna Community College, Government Island, the Belmont to Ferry Farm Trail, and executing the 350th anniversary celebrations, and building premier athletic tournament venues and encouraging sports tourism as well. Whereas Mr. Baroody's skill and acumen greatly enhanced furthering Stafford County's legislative agenda each year in the General Assembly, and whereas Mr. Baroody's numerous contributions to Stafford County have served to make Stafford County one of the Commonwealth's premier localities in which to live, work, and play. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed by the Stafford County Board of Supervisors on the 7th day of June 2016 that it be and hereby does recognize and commend Timothy J. Baroody for his service and dedication to the citizens of Stafford County.
Well, Mr. Chairman, members of the board, I'm grateful. But this document obviously talks about Mr. Baroody and might leave some with the impression that I did all of that. Of course, you all know that's not true. Everything that we've accomplished in the past 12 years and before that, certainly after I leave, is a team effort in Stafford County. I think that's probably what I'm most proud about, is the collective efforts of many coming together to pull in the same direction. We've done that repeatedly and over again. I think that this workforce can do just about anything they put their minds to, with strong political support and funding from the taxpayer. Again, this county and its workforce can do just about anything. I'm going to move on to a new team, but I'm very proud of the fact that I've spent 16 years working for Virginia, both in Washington and locally here in Stafford County. Again, I'm going to shift positions on the team and continue to work for Virginia and to our collective betterment. Our biggest export in this region, I would suggest, is our young folks, our children, my children, your children, our grandchildren. We want to change that. We're working on it every day to create jobs here locally, because at the end of the day, I think, again, we want to create opportunities for those folks to stay closer to home. So that's why I get out of bed every day, and I know that's what you all do as well. Again, it's been a real privilege to be with Stafford County. I'm not going to be very far down the road, so don't hesitate to look me up. I do want to thank all my friends. Many of you have served as mentors to me over the years. I do appreciate your time, your counsel, your patience, and your friendship. So again, thank you very much.